Once upon a time, in a cozy little town nestled between rolling hills, was a small store called Tiny Treasures. It wasn't the biggest store, nor did it have the fanciest displays, but it was beloved by the townsfolk for its charm and character. One sunny morning, Mr. Wilbur, a curious and kind-hearted man with a twinkle in his eye, decided to pay a visit to Tiny Treasures. He had heard stories about the unique and wonderful items inside, and this was the perfect day for an adventure. As he walked through the entrance, a bell jingled merrily above him, and he was greeted by the delightful aroma of fresh baked bread mixed with a faint hint of lavender. Behind the counter stood Miss Clara, the store's cheerful owner, who always wore a floral apron and a warm smile. "Good morning, Mr. Wilbur," she called. "How can I help you today?" "Good morning, Miss Clara," Mr. Wilbur replied. "I'm here to do a bit of browsing and maybe uncover some hidden treasures." Miss Clara beamed. "You've come to the right place. Feel free to look around. There's always something new to discover." Mr. Wilbur began his exploration, starting with a shelf of handcrafted soaps. Each soap was shaped like a different animal and smelled like a field of wildflowers. He picked up a soap shaped like a bunny and couldn't help but smile. Wandering further, he found a corner dedicated to vintage toys. There were yo-yos, tin robots, and even a rocking horse that reminded him of his childhood. His eyes sparkled with nostalgia. As he gently rocked the horse back and forth, suddenly, a glimmer caught his eye from a dusty bookshelf. He walked over and found an old, leather-bound book titled The Secret Garden of Wonders. Intrigued, he opened it and discovered it was filled with hand-drawn maps and stories of magical places hidden within the town. "Miss Clara, where did this book come from?" Mr. Wilbur asked excitedly. That book," she chuckled. "It's said to have belonged to an old explorer who lived here long ago. Many have tried to follow the maps, but none have found the hidden wonders." Determined to embark on this new quest, Mr. Wilbur bought the book and a few other curiosities. As he left Tiny Treasures, he couldn't help but feel that a simple trip to the local store had turned into the beginning of an extraordinary adventure. With the book clutched in his hands, he walked home, his mind racing with the possibilities that lay ahead. Would he find the hidden wonders? Only time would tell, but one thing was certain. Tiny Treasures had lived up to its name, and Mr. Wilbur couldn't wait for his next visit.